Well, hello there, my friends, and best wishes to each of you. Here we are, finally here. Well, I want to welcome all of you for joining us. I'm going to try my very best to be able to see all of your comments, and I'm very excited to get started today. I hope that everyone is doing well. Today, I thought that we would be doing a little art stream, something new that I want to be able to share with each of you. As many of you know, I love art, a beautiful thing, something to express ourselves, express our feelings, and be creative and have a little fun as well. Today we're going to be drawing, and we're going to be inking with ink and pens, and then also painting as well. And I cannot wait for all of the wonderful fun, my friends. And before we start, one of the more difficult pieces, I wanted to be able to start with something very simple, my friends. To all of the little ones, today we are going to be drawing one of my very favorite things. We're going to be drawing a chocolate chip cookie. A chocolate chip cookie, my friends. Are you all ready? Now, if we are going to be drawing a very simple chocolate chip cookie, well, I must tell you, some people ask Santa, what is your favorite cookie? And I will tell them one of my favorites, well, are the round ones. So if we are going to draw a very simple cookie, my friends, we're going to be trying to draw a round shape. How did I do, my friends? A nice round shape. And we're going to have a little fun. We're going to have lots of fun. Here we have a circle, a round shape, but we're going to turn it into a cookie. One of my very favorite cookies, a little chocolate chip cookie. So we're going to be drawing some other little round shapes, the little circles, the little chocolate chips. A wonderful thing. So here we have a very simple chocolate chip cookie. And you could do this, my friends. I know that you can do it. You can choose all sorts of different ways to color it in or leave it just the way it is as well. A wonderful thing. But we're going to start now, my friends, with a wonderful, yummy, delicious chocolate chip cookie. But something that I want to be able to see is how everyone is doing. Do we have some comments? Let us see what we have here. I'm not seeing the comments right now, but we will try our very best. There's so very many little things to be able to do. Well, my friends, one of the things that we'll be able to do if you leave a comment, I'm going to be going through and reading all of the comments throughout the live streaming. And I think we might be able to get Mrs. Claus to help a little as well. I want to thank a very good friend of mine, Mr. Scott Sava. He is a delightful, most wonderful, most inspiring artist. And it is through his creativity that I thought that maybe possibly someone might enjoy doing a little art with me as well. Now, you might not be able to see it, my friends, but I've sketched out a little cookie in pencil, and we're going to be putting a little ink to it. A wonderful thing. This, my friends, as some of you might know, is a zebra brush pen, but it's a very important type of ink, as we are going to be using paints that contain water in it. We want to be careful that our beautiful, wonderful drawing does not wash away with the water of the paint. So we're going to be using a wonderful pen, my friends, and I'm looking forward to seeing how we can develop this wonderful cookie. The very first thing we're going to do, my friends, that I'm going to try is to do the outside shape of the cookie. And the wonderful thing about art, my friends, there are no mistakes. We're not going to be making any mistakes. We are going to be, what they might say, go with the flow. I hope that everyone is getting so very excited for the Christmas season. I know that it's quite early, but my friends, my goodness, do you know the Philippines are the very first to celebrate the Christmas season. They will begin, my friends, on September 1st. The 1st of September in the world, my friends, the Christmas season will already begin. Here we have this outside shape, my friends, the outside shape of the cookie. Now you'll notice on our simple cookie, we did a circle, but here we have angled it a little bit. If you can see it almost like this, like it's sitting on top of a table ready to eat. Wonderful, wonderful. We have some crumbs here as well. As some of you might know, in eating the cookies, sometimes I leave a few crumbs. A wonderful thing. Now, I would love for you to tell me out in the comments section, what is your favorite cookie? We know what my favorite cookie is. Do you remember? Do you remember what it is? The yummy cookies. They are my favorites. Now here we have a little napkin, my friends, that we're going to rest the cookie on. And we're going to be starting to put in some of the chocolate chips, all sorts of wonderful chips. You see, this chocolate chip, my friend, did not melt all the way. We can see a large piece of chocolate chip right on the top. And some of these chocolate chips are just peeking out, my friends. We can barely see them. They're poking through. I must tell you, after we do this and have a little fun with all of this art, my friends, with the cookies, well, my goodness, I think I might have to enjoy a cookie. Now, here we have some lines of the shape of the cookie. Have you ever noticed, my friends, that when we are baking a cookie, sometimes it gets a little crinkly? Well, my friends, here we have a crinkly cookie. All sorts of wonderful goodness. Isn't it delightful? Now we have our wonderful Bethany, my friends, that is moderating the live stream. Now, Bethany, if you can hear me, if you would want to maybe give me a call on the phone, we could be able to maybe have you read some of the comments as well. Now here we're going to be doing some wonderful little wrinkles. See here, it's a round little section of the cookie. So we're going to have some wrinkles as well in here. We want to be very, very light. You see here on the bottom of the cookie, we can be very thick on the inking, almost creating a shadow. But my friends, we must be very delicate on all of the little nooks and crannies of the cookie. And I hope that you're enjoying the art cam, as they might say, as well as being able to watch me, because I want to be able to talk to you as well. Hello there, my friend.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice, press 2.
Hello there.
Hello.
Now, if you want to be able to mute me on your computer, I can be able to hear your comments and not hear myself talking.
Just did.
Wonderful. Well, Bethany, say hello to everyone.
Hello, my favorite sugar cookies.
Wonderful. Well, Bethany is a wonderful, delightful artist. She is a specialist, my friends, in oil painting. A very interesting, beautiful type of painting. And I hope that you'll go and follow her, my friends, and see some of the wonderful videos that she is creating as well as our friend Scott Sava. I hope that you are also following along with him. A wonderful artist. So here we are finishing up the inking, my friends. The little teeny tiny little itty bitty little sections of the cookie. Now, Bethany, do we have any questions?
Yes, Big Red Blog wants to know if you are friends with the Easter Bunny.
A wonderful question. Well, the Easter Bunny and I, we do not see eye to eye. A delightful individual, my friends, but we do not visit quite very often. He's a little bit shy, as you might think, as well as I am, my friends. Now here, this is what I want to show you. Do you see how the cookie is coming up a little bit right here? I'm going to darken just a little extra right there. We're going to be doing some shadowing with the paint, but we also want to do it with the ink as well. And same, my friends, with some of these chocolate chips. We can do a little bit of extra, my friends, as well.
Someone wants to know if you have a Discord.
I do have a secret Discord, but it's something that maybe we will share soon. A wonderful thing. My friends, you must understand I'm rather old, as you might be able to tell, and so all of the technologicals are very difficult for me to figure out, but I am trying my best, and I hope that you are very patient, and thank you for your patience as I try to figure everything out.
Megan would like to know how Mrs. Claus is.
Mrs. Claus is quite wonderful. My friend's always working so very hard. Do you know the individuals that seem to always want to be busy? Well, this is Mrs. Claus. Wonderful, wonderful. She keeps me out of trouble as well. I think that we might be able to get her help also in the future on some of these wonderful videos. And I hope this is something that you will enjoy. So here, my friends, we have inked all of it. I'm going to put a little bit more of a shadow in here as well. There we go. Like the paper is lifting up, as you might think. Now, my friends, what we are using right now is a watercolor paper. One of my very favorite is Arches, a delightful watercolor paper. And I have taped it along a piece of wood, a wonderful piece of wood that we might be able to have it nice and solid. It is taped there so that when I start to paint, it's not moving all around, my friends. A few other things that we're going to be doing with the watercolors. If you're using watercolors and you're using an ink, make sure that it's waterproof. A very important thing. The zebra brush pins are delightful, and they come with all sorts of different sizes as well. Here's a very thin little size. You can see it would be a very good thing for all of the little wrinkles and crevices as well. We're going to be brushing watercolor. And one of my very favorite watercolors is made by a company called Schminke. And it comes from Germany. Now it has all sorts of wonderful colors, not all the colors that I typically use, but there's quite a bit that we will be able to enjoy. And I'm going to share with you a little trick, my friends, something that I have always tried to do. You'll see that there is a little cup here and another little cup. We always use two in watercolor. I try so that we can clean our brush in one, and then we can make sure that it's extra clean in the other. We don't want to mix the colors sometimes, but we will see how we do with this. Now, my friends, are we ready to paint? And Bethany, are there any other questions?
We've got a question from Patrick wanting to know, how did you find your reindeer?
A wonderful thing. I must tell you that the reindeer, there are types of reindeer throughout the world. Now, some of the reindeer, they have began long ago as another animal called caribou. And caribou have been found throughout the world in very cold areas. Well, the individuals of some areas decided to domesticate the caribou, and over many, many, many years, we began to see the reindeer. Now, another domesticated reindeer from the caribou long ago were the ancient elves. Now, these reindeer were secluded. They were very special. They were unique and did not travel around to be able to be seen. This is a very special reindeer. The scientific name is Rangifer tarantus natavitatis, and it is the Christmas reindeer. These are the reindeer that fly. Some reindeer do not fly. But my reindeer, how delightful. They're always so excited to get out and do a little flying, as they say. The reindeer games will be here soon enough. A preparation for Christmas as well. Well, my friends, I think it's about time that we are able to paint the cookie. Now, the wonderful thing, my friends, about painting with watercolor is we are going to go a little bit at a time, layer upon layer. We do not want to put all of the color in all at once, but I will show you what we're going to do. The other thing that I always try to have is a little towel. Do you see the little towel that's right there? So that we can make sure that there's not too much water on the brush. A wonderful thing. Now the very first color, what do you think it should be? I'm thinking, my friends, that we are going to go with a very, very light brown. This is what I think it should be. Are you ready? Now, while the watercolor is wet and as you're painting this wonderful, delightful little watercolor, you can move the paint around. You see all of the wonderful paint. You can move it around, my friends. The other thing that I want you to be thinking about as you're painting is I want you to be thinking about all of the colors that you might see. There might be some very unique colors that it might not be just a brown color that is a cookie. There might be other colors that are hiding in there as well. A wonderful, delightful thing. And maybe, my friends, maybe you want to be extra creative and create a purple cookie. I think this time next week we're going to be painting a cookie that we find from France called the macaron. And this one will be all sorts of wonderful different colors. I cannot wait. Now I must share with you, especially if you are watchers, my friends, of Mr. Scott Sava. He has a very special time where he shouts out "blow dryer" so that it does not hurt your ears if you're listening, my friends, as we must dry it in layers. Well, I looked all around and had the elves work on a very special blow dryer for me. A delightful blow dryer. My goodness, my goodness. And as you might be able to think, my friends, we have to be careful that it doesn't blow everything all over, my friends. Wonderful. Now, what do you think? What would be the next color? Well, I would think, my friends, that we are going to do another of the similar colors. But I'm going to change it just a little bit. Let's see.
Someone would like to know how the elves are doing today.
The elves are quite well. My friends, do you know I have so very many people that say, Santa, why are we seeing you on the social medias? Shouldn't you be sleeping? Well, I must tell you, my friends, I must tell you that it's very important indeed that we are working all year long. It takes all year to prepare for Christmas. Not everyone understands this, but it's very important. Now, my friends, I'm going to be looking at some of the darker places. We'll see down below here, it's a little bit dark. But all of these little wrinkles, my friends, the shadow would create an even darker and darker color as well. You'll notice on the watercolor.
Blow dryers, that looks fantastic.
Wonderful. Now I'm going to be doing this rather quickly, my friends. We can take all of the time that we want. We can try new things, different things. You can have all sorts of wonderful fun as well. Now we talked a little bit about the shadows. I'm going to be using some other colors for shadows as well, but I'm going to want to also add a little as well. Now, one of the things that I see when I'm looking at a cookie, I'm also seeing, my friends, a little bit of orange and yellows. Do you see this color when you're looking, my friends, at some of the cookies? I see these colors as well. And as the colors or the paint is a little wet still, we can blend it as well. We can be as detailed as we want, or we can not be very detailed. It is all dependent on what you're wanting. But we can see that the colors are starting to take a little shape. I think I'm going to be adding some of the chocolate chip, and we're going to be doing this one in layers as well. Now, when I'm looking at chocolate chips, my friends, I'm also seeing a little bit of red in the chocolate chips. We're going to be doing that. Now, I'm breaking my rule just a little bit, my friends, as I'm dipping into the water and crossing over the art to dip into the paint. We typically want to have the water and the paint all together, but I'm trying to figure it all out for each of you to see it as well. So here we are, my friends. We're going to be doing the chocolate chips. Is anyone else hungry?
I am.
I'm getting quite hungry for chocolate chips, my friends. For chocolate chip cookies.
We have a question. Someone would like to know, what is your favorite thing about the reindeer, and have you ever painted them?
I have painted the reindeer. My very favorite part of the reindeer, I would say that they are so very intelligent, my friends. I think all animals, they are amazing creatures that we must be able to care for them in special ways when needed. The reindeer are a wonderful part of the work that I am doing. A wonderful thing indeed. The other thing that I like about this blow dryer is it's quite quiet, my friends. I hope that it was not too loud. Wonderful. I'm noticing, my friends, that I had a little mistake in here. It was too much paint. But we will fix it soon enough. Do you see how it disappeared? We did it, my friends. Now, Bethany, are you working on anything special?
Yes, I am working on some more videos as requested by Scott and Donna.
Wonderful.
For oil paint, for oil paint instruction. So the new one is coming up. We're going to see how to prep for oil paints and how to take care of our paintbrushes.
Wonderful indeed. Now, my friends, one of the things that I love to do is what you might think of as textures. We have to be very careful with textures. We'll normally use, for me, I like to use a brush like this. Do you see it? And we're going to use some of the darker brown.
Alexa would like to know how you get Wi-Fi up at the North Pole.
Well, Wi-Fi came to the Arctic North, my friends, quite a few years ago. It was a wonderful thing. There was a camp, an Arctic camp that scientists were using that brought Wi-Fi for the first time. But we've had some extra technologies as well that we are a little hush-hush about. Here we have, my friends. Now, I've had some people that love to be able to flick. They'll flick. Do you see the little spots that are being created, my friends? Another thing you can do is use your fingers. Whatever might work. I think with art, my friends, do you know that there are so very many people that do not start art because they feel that they are not an artist? Well, I think that everyone can enjoy art. Everyone can be an artist. I've seen some of the wonderful, delightful drawings that are sent to me with wish lists from children all over the world. And my friends, what artists I have seen. A beautiful thing indeed. Here, my friends, I'm going to be adding just a little bit more shadowing. And we're going to be adding in some of the little lines, my friends, the little cracks and crevices of the cookie. Do you see these right in here? You'll notice, my friends, that all of these things also have, we can do all sorts of little textures, little movements, little different things as well. Now, I was telling Mr. Scott Sava and Bethany, my goodness, I have been a little bit nervous to do this live stream, my friends. I normally enjoy my art, and my goodness, I'm enjoying it in a quiet way or enjoying it with Christmas music all by myself. It is a wonderful moment to be able to relax and rest. And to have people that are watching me paint, my friends, oh my goodness. A delightful thing. But it does make me a little nervous as well. Now, my friends, what other colors might we see within a cookie? What if we were seeing a little blue in the cookie? Just a little blue. What do you think? Would you see a little blue in the cookie? We're going to go in here with just a little blue. Yes, Bethany?
Big Red Blog would like to know, how do you store all your amazing paintings?
How do I store them? A wonderful thing. Well, once they are dry, and watercolors dry very quickly, they are oftentimes put in what you might call a portfolio. But they can be stored in different ways. And the wonderful thing, my friends, if something doesn't quite work, you can always change it. You can always fix it. Or you can always try it again. The practice part of it is the best part of the art. A wonderful thing indeed. I hope that you're all enjoying art. I hope that you're all trying to do different things with it. Now I'm going to do, my friends, a little bit of a little extra blue, but I'm going to be doing the blue. I'm going to be doing the blue for the little napkin that the cookie is resting on. What a wonderful color of blue as well. Now, my friends, if we wanted it all perfect, we would take a picture. We do not want it perfect. We want it to be able to just have fun and enjoy and relax. But I will tell you, I'm certainly thinking about cookies now. Wonderful. Now I'm looking at this cookie, and do you know what I see in cookies that I'm not quite seeing? I'm seeing a little bit of yellow. I'm seeing yellows in cookies. Do you see yellows when you look at a cookie? And we're going to do just a little, my friends. It does not need to be a lot. Do you see the little bit of yellow that's showing? Now I'm seeing this little section here, our wonderful chocolate chips. Our wonderful chocolate chips are making it a little dark in that section. But I will say, chocolate chips do this as well, my friends.
Inspired Cloudy Kitty, they're going to go with some oatmeal cookies, oatmeal raisin cookies today.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now something that you might see if you are watching artists paint. If they are illustrating, my friends, you might see something very interesting. Oftentimes when we are painting shadows, we are painting shadows in a purple. And I tend to like to do a little purple and a little blue. Do you see I will show you the shadow color that I like. We're going to darken it up just a little. There's our shadowy color as well. Now I've just blow dried it, my friends. I hope that it was not too loud for you. And here we're going to be doing some of those shadows in the blue. I'm going to do it along the cookie, also along the edge here. As the cookie is casting a little bit of shadow. We see the cookie shadows down along here as well. Also along this edge. Something with the shadows that you must be thinking of. My friends, where is the light? Where is the light shining? Well, if the light is shining from this direction here, then the shadow is going to be along this direction. The other shadows that we want to think about is maybe a little shadow along the edge here as well. And we're going to do a little shadow around on the chocolate chips. Well, I certainly thank you, Bethany, for all of your help.
gratitude.
These are, I hope that people will enjoy the cookie. We also need to put a little shadow, my friends, on these little crumbs. Just a little. There's a little baby crumb. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Well, I think the mice might enjoy those little crumbs. Wonderful.
Gabby would also like to see some other paintings you've made, so maybe on the next week's live you can show some of your...
Wonderful, wonderful. I would love to show you some. You'll notice on the candy cane blow dryer, my friends, we can change the temperature and the color will change on it as well. Wonderful. Now, my friends, I think that we need to do a little bit of a background. What do you think? Do you think it needs a little background? And then we'll be doing some of the finer details as well. I'm thinking that we could use maybe a little green.
Patrick would like to know, what is your favorite Christmas song?
Patrick, my friend, I truly appreciate you. I've been seeing all of your comments all around, my friend. Well, Patrick, my very favorite Christmas songs, I have so very many. Music and Christmas certainly are very important. They go very well together. They certainly can be part of the heart and part of our memories and senses. I would say that my very favorite of the Christmas songs, I have two of them. One of them is a song called I'll Be Home for Christmas. It always reminds me of Mrs. Claus and returning home to see her after delivering all of the gifts. Also, my friend, I love a beautiful song, one of the very first songs, called Stille Nacht. Some of you might know it as Silent Night, a beautiful song as well. Well, here we're going to be painting with a larger brush, my friend, so that we can take up some of this space rather quickly. It's going to put a lot of color on all at once.
Alexa would like to know, what is your day and night routine?
A wonderful question. My day and night routine. Well, I think it's always important to end each day, my friends, by reflecting on the day itself. For me, I'm always thinking of the day and all of the experiences that I have had, the things that I'm truly happy to think of, and sometimes it's good to write them down as well if you're journaling. A wonderful thing to be remembering all of your adventures of the day. I think as I do this, my friends, I'm also thinking of the things that maybe I could have done a little differently. And it's not something to feel bad about, but it's something to be thinking about for the next time. Maybe a conversation that you wished had gone a little differently. Maybe an opportunity that you did not seize in the moment, that maybe when it comes again you might be able to do. Now, one of the things that I'm doing as well, my friends, is I'm putting a little bit of extra darkness in the corners. And if you ask me why I'm doing this, well, I will tell you I do not know. I just like to do it that way.
Sometimes that's all the reason you need.
Certainly. I think it's nice to have the little bit of texture. You'll notice that I also put in a little bit of yellow in there as well. Something fun, my friends, something fun. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to darken some of the areas that I think need to be darkened just a little bit more. I hope that you can see it quite well. Let me blow dry it just a little bit more. Wonderful, wonderful. My friends, we almost blew it right off of the table.
I like that blow dryer. I wish Scotch was that quiet.
It is a wonderful blow dryer, a wonderful, wonderful one. Now here, my friends, I'm going to just be darkening just a little bit more, just around the edges. It does not need to be perfect. This is something I want to be able to say over and over again, my friends. Your paintings do not need to be perfect. They just need to be fun when you're doing them. And I will tell you that when you get to a point where you can look at a painting and say it does not need to be perfect, well, it will be even more fun when you do it. Sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves that it makes it not fun. And I'm darkening up this edge of the cookies just a little bit more. Something that I'm going to do as well is I like to put a little bit of little tiny lines in the shadows, my friends. Let me see if I can show you what it might mean. Do you see the little lines? The little shadow lines? When I do them, I try that they're all in the same direction. And then I might do a little section in a different direction.
Hey, Greg, I'd like to know if your dog's going to come with you on your sleigh this year.
Do you know what? I have tried so very many times. I've tried so very many times to bring along the dog. And I will tell you, my friends, you have seen little Coco. What a wonderful, delightful little dog. Mrs. Claus and I looked all around the world and finally found little Coco. And I will say, my friends, what a wonderful little dog she is. But we wanted to have her have a little friend. And we once again looked all around the world. We found a little dog that needed to be rescued in a country called Thailand. And there we found our little Holly. I have not shared a picture of Holly, but we will bring Holly and Coco out together and maybe do a little video for you as well. Wonderful, wonderful. Now I'm going to put a little of extra texture in with highlights, my friends. We're going to be using a little white pen. We can also use some colored pencils if we like. I think that would be nice. I keep thinking we need a little extra of the yellow, my friends. I think this would be good in the cookie. As our cookies sometimes have a little extra yellow. Do you see the yellow happening, my friends? Wonderful. We're going to use this little white pen. My goodness, I know that so very many, the Uniball Signo. Mr. Scott Sava had talked about this little pen for so very long. I don't think he's using them anymore, but they are a magical pen. That little highlight, my friends, are always so good. You can also use ink, or you can use a different type of paint as well. Now, my friends, this would be where the light touches, where the light is hitting those wonderful, delightful little chocolate chip cookie chips. The chocolate chips, my friends.
There's a question. Everyone knows that Mrs. Claus bakes some amazing Christmas treats. What is your favorite thing that she makes, and what is her favorite thing to make?
My goodness, what a wonderful question. Well, I would say that if I were to answer for Mrs. Claus, I would have forgot one of the number one rules that I learned very many years ago. So I will not answer for Mrs. Claus, because we all have opinions that might change. There might be something that she loves to make this week that next week she loves the very most of something else. But I will say that one of my very favorite things that Mrs. Claus makes is her wonderful, yummy, chewy, warm gingerbread. A wonderful thing. Now, my friends, I'm going to turn this around just for me to make it easier, but I'm going to put some little bits of texture on the little napkin that the cookie is on. Just some little highlighting textures. A very simple, easy thing, but I think that it makes a little difference. Wonderful. We're going to put some highlight lines right here in the top area here. This is where the light would be hitting the most of the cookie.
Timothy loves your cookies.
Wonderful. Well, I thank you very much, my friend. I hope that it reminds you of a cookie. What I think that I'm going to do as well, my friends, is that I think I'm going to make a way for you to be able to put your name in and possibly win the cookie painting. I would love to be able to send this to one of you. Maybe we will talk about it next week when we work on... Well, I might change it, but right now I think we're going to do some French macaron. Wonderful. This is one of my favorite parts, my friends, when we put these little highlight areas in. And do you know what I'm thinking? I know that it might sound a little weird. It might be a rather interesting thing, but do you know what my very favorite color is, my friends? Well, if you guessed red, you are correct. I think I'm going to put a little bit of red. Just some little extra little fun highlights in here. Wonderful. And I think we're going to do some of that brighter blue as well. Just very interesting little colors, little hints of color here and there. I think it makes it quite fun. Well, my friends, I think we might be there. What do you think? What do you think, my friends?
Excellent.
Should we need something else? I think we've done it. At least, my friends, for the very first of the art live streamies. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you had fun. Now, I'm going to do something that I know that Mr. Scott Sava does not like to do. But I'm going to sign it. And we're going to take the tape off as well. Now let's see here. Let's put it right here. We're going to do a little S and an A and an N and then a T and an A as well. There we have it. Wonderful. How did I do, my friends? How did I do? Well, let's take this off. Let's give it a final blow dry, my friends. And then we're going to take it off. Here we have it, my friends. And did you know that I found the red art tape just for you? And just for me, my friends, my very favorite color. Now you noticed, I must tell you that there were moments in painting this in the very beginning. I did not think that it looked very good at all. But we stick with it, my friends, and then in the end, I think it turned out quite well. I hope that you enjoy it. It's fun, it's silly, it's very playful. I love the little colors in it, and it makes me want to eat it. What a wonderful thing. My friends, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you will subscribe and follow along, that we might be able to do some more of these as well. I hope that we can do these each week, and next Tuesday we will be doing another wonderful drawing and art. We also talked a little bit about making this in a very easy way. We could do just simple circles and have something, my friends, that we could definitely find ways to paint and color as well. Art, my friends, can be such a wonderful, fun thing if we're not too serious about it as well. Let us all have fun. Let us all experience new things. Maybe there's something that you've been wanting to try. I hope that you'll try it. My friends, I'm wishing you good things. From my heart to yours, I hope that you have enjoyed this time with painting cookies with myself. And I'm grateful that Bethany was able to help along as well. And I'm wishing you all good things, all good things. Bethany, thank you so very much.
You're very welcome, Santa.
And thank you, Scott and Donna, for your inspiration as well. May we all be able to find ways to spread a little cheer throughout the year, throughout the world. We can all make a difference, my friends, and I believe in each of you. Have a wonderful day. Be kind, be good, and stay out of trouble. Look at the cookie. It looks so delicious. I cannot wait. I think I need to eat a cookie.